This is a review for Unit 10. You thought you were done with those secondary dominant thingies? Well, hold the phone here, because wait a minute. Going to review these things. So, let's talk about what they're doing. This is number 1. They want you to play following exercises using major, minor, and diatonic 7th chords. What's a diatonic 7th chord? Well, a 7th chord is that. Stay within the key. Diatonic is each note. You just go up. Yeah, big deal. Sounds fancy, but really that's all it is. And if you look at the music, you'll see that the left hand is doing that. You're just going up the scale with the fingering of the scale. Okay. And the right hand's got the 1, the 6/8 time. I didn't go through the whole routine here. I'm just kind of, this is just a little exercise. But it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. I typically, if it's a third between these two, I typically will use 4th. So it's 1, 2, 3. You get the idea? More important in my mind isn't that you can play these. It's, do you understand the name of the chord up above the staff? This is a C major. It's a C major 7, and we say major 7 because it's a major 7th. A C7 would use a minor 7th. That would be this. So we're using a major 7, so it is C major 7th. We have a D minor 7, and that is a minor 7th there, because in D you have C sharp. So this is a D minor 7. It's a D minor here. So it's here. E minor 7. F major 7. Because you're a half step below that, that makes it a major 7th. So it's a major 7. Even though an F, okay, never mind. G7, because it's a minor 7th. Huh? A minor 7, which is an A minor chord with a 7th. Huh? And then a B minor 7th with a flatted 5th. I told you B was weird, that's why we didn't do it. That's a B major. This is a B minor, because B major is 5 sharps. So that's a B major, that's a B minor. But we flat the 5th, and now we're in all the notes in C major that fits. So it's a B minor 7th with a flatted 5th. B minor 7th with a flatted 5th. And then C major 7 again. Okay. In my opinion, that's the important part of this. You need to understand what those chords are. Don't know that you need to memorize them. You just need to understand and know how to figure them out. Number 2, both hands play an 8VA higher throughout. Oh, that's nice. Okay. But it's going to be the same thing we just did, except now we're going down, and now the right hand is playing the scale. And the left hand is doing, and I'm using 4 again on all of these. We're going down. Okay, go down. I don't care. I'm using whatever you want. That's all we're doing here. Same thing. Here. Sounds weird at the end because we didn't resolve it. We're staying with the 7ths. So you'd think you'd resolve it. But we don't. We stay with the 7ths because that's what they wanted. And the names of the chords are the same. As if you compare them with up above, they're the same. They're just going the other direction. Now on page 135, they play the following 7th chord exercises hands separately and use fingers 1, 3, and 5 for right hand and 5, 3, 2, 1 for the left hand. I disagree. I would not do that. I would use the 4th finger, not the 3rd. As far as this 3rd finger, let's review that. For a lot of people who are not pianists, they play other instruments or sing, when we get into these 7 chords, they're taught to use 3rd finger. But I disagree. A piano, well, they would have to use a 4th finger on those, and that's what I teach everybody. If piano players can do it, so can everybody else. So I'm going to use 1, 2, 4 on these. So you have a C major 7th and then a C7. And then a C minor 7th, just come down. And then a C minor 7th with a flat 5th. And then a C diminished 7th, full diminished 7th. And remember, the full diminished 7th is all minor thirds. Here, here, and here. And that is not an A, it is a B double flat because we have to keep the same note names. So that's diminished 7th. And I have videos on a diminished 7th because they're good. They're good arpeggios to start because it forces you to spread your fingers out. They're all thirds. And the tremolo exercises are really good on those things. So I recommend the full diminished 7ths, yes. Which one you do? Well, I do them according to the minor scale I'm working on. So if I'm doing a C minor, then I would do a C diminished 7th because the diminished 7ths tend to go with the minor keys. But I also do all the inversions, which means I'm getting them all. It's easy to hear. There's only 3 diminished 7ths on piano. You got them where you're using these 2 black keys. There's a white here. You got them where you're using these 2 black keys. There's a no white here. And then you got them where you're using that black key. And that's it. That covers all 12 key signatures. But yeah, I'm getting off. Number 2. We have a B major 7th. This is here. The major 7th applies to the 7th here. B just applies to a B chord, a major chord. With a major 7th, that's B major 7th. If it were just a regular B7, which is next, then it would be a B here, but a minor 7th, which would be here. It's still a B major chord with a minor 7th. That's a B7 chord. And then we have a B minor 7th, which is, we're taking a minor here, B minor with the 7th, minor 7th. And then a B minor 7th with a flat 5th. Remember, we just take that note down. And then finally, the B diminished 7th is all minor thirds. How are we going to do it? Now, don't do all of these with the fingering they're suggesting. I adjusted according to the black key. Some of these don't work well. So, but when you get it in piano music or whatever, you get these chords, you're liable to finger them, however. Now, let's go down to the bottom on technique. Here we got 2 voices going on. Here, they want you to hold them down. Hold this down as 1, 2, 3, 4. It's nice. Okay, you can do that, I hope. Left hand, same thing. Okay, do them together. Huh? Playing the same notes. Names. Well, you can't do that because they're in the way. If you take one hand up an octave or so, you could, so they're an octave apart, 2 octaves apart somewhere, and then go. And then you can do, that's the idea, is you're aware of multiple voices going on and you're allowing, or you're playing them accurately with the fingers. Now, page 136 at the top, they want you to play the scales and arpeggios. So in those, fine. It's the 4 flats, remember. If it's a major scale, 4 flats is A flat major. They've got it here. The fingering is correct. It's fine. Yeah, that's fine. And the arpeggios, I use 4th finger. They do too. Good for them. Here. I got videos on those. You go do them, okay? And at the bottom of the page is the parallel minor. Remember, it starts on the same note, different key signature. I don't teach it that way, but that's what they're doing. So here we have G sharp minor. G sharp minor is go up a minor third. 1, 2, 3. B major. That tells you the major key. Well, B has 5 flats or 5 sharps in it. We're using all black keys. So G sharp minor has 5 sharps. But we're using harmonic minor just to make it more fun for everybody. So the 7th step, which is an F, is going to be raised to half a step. So instead of an F sharp, it's going to be an F double sharp. So it's there. Yeah, it starts on third finger, by the way. This accounts for the black keys here. Yeah, and then the left hand is here, or down here somewhere. Doesn't matter. 4 here. This is G sharp minor. Plus there are arpeggios. I struggled with these in college because if you have an arpeggio like A flat major, there's a distance there. That's a pretty good distance because that's a major third. But if you do the minor here, this is closer because it's a minor third. I struggled with kept hitting the wrong notes with the thumb. It's a personal thing, but I'm sure I'm not alone on that. I still prefer the way I did it in the scale and arpeggio videos, but this is how they're doing it, and that's what they want you to review. So, review. So.